Good evening, everybody. It's Matthew, and again, here we are again at the 7th of the 4th, 2017. Timestamp here is 6:18 p.m. in the Northern Hemisphere. And on this screen, you can see this object, an arrow with it. These are heavenly bodies that have been moving in closer to our system, and the Hubble telescope has been watching it for years. So again, we're going to look at some other cams and see what we can find this evening. The presidents and governments from all around the world, they have to disclose this now. It's so important because Putin, Trump and Theresa May here in the UK are just keeping the lid on it. They're not saying anything. But we're all seeing our skies have completely changed now. We're all seeing this strange weather pattern all the time. The jet stream has stopped. The ozone layer is finished. These red reflections coming from other heavenly bodies that are close between our sun and ourselves. These huge coronal holes that are getting much bigger now, spewing out these CME solar events. And still nothing is being told. The Rothschilds and the powers to be, they are keeping a lid on this. They don't want the public to cause mass panic. They don't want this. They want to keep dumbing us down all the time. So I ask Putin, Trump, Theresa May, other governments around the world to disclose this. Also in Germany, the Prime Minister there, she's explained and said, given a report out for their people to prepare for an event. This is a real situation that we have this huge object, Nibiru, that's heading closer towards our planet. These red reflections are proving that we have got a huge problem on our hands. And again, I just urge these people to have some decency, to be open with the public and tell us all the truth so we can all prepare for this. We need to prepare now, don't we? Because there's so many of you now that are wide awake to the whole situation. And we brought other people that have been now wide awake to it. There is some fantastic people out there that know the truth. And we've all got to stand our ground with this. Our Earth, where we live, is wobbling at a very strange pace. It's been erratic for a long number of years now, as these huge objects are pulling on our Earth's magnetic field. Now let me tell you as well that Earth is just a pinhead compared to Nibiru, the Death Star. Huge objects that are distracting a lot of other heavenly bodies that we know of. The dark star, it's here now. The evidence is in the skies. You can see those strange cloudings. This wobble is getting more erratic now, causing problems to our Earth. As here as well, these scientists have been told to hush up and shut up, to stop from them being truthful and being open with the public, to let them know that this wobble is caused by all these other heavenly objects that are coming in from the backside of the sun, heading towards our now Earth. Now, we are starting to wobble a lot more now. We won't notice this on the land, as I said before. But this is a huge problem as well to our Earth. And this has happened before, as these objects have passed us a very far many years ago on their ecliptic orbit. So again, these professionals have all been told to hush up. When these life-changing events happen, these people will be okay. They will go into their underground cities and think they'll be safe. Well, let me tell you that nowhere is safe. Nowhere. You can run, but you can't hide. So, these people expected to be put in comfort zones around the world will have to think again. Also on the other side of the world today, Champon village was hit by a 2.9 earthquake, so the villagers were very worried about it. Lots of tremors. And these images are showing you what the villagers have taken pictures of. They were worried about it. And these are because the corona holes of the sun. The earth is being really affected now. We've got to get the important words out there now. The Bureau yesterday confirmed that the magnitude 2.9 earthquake hit Chumphon's Langsoon district on Thursday evening. Also, the Bureau initially said the tremor that occurred at Tambyon Banjam Jude in the district at 6:24 p.m. was not a quake, but probably due to a subsidence. However, the office confirmed on its website yesterday morning that it had analysed more information from the Meteorology Department and Departments of Mineral Resources and concluded that the area had been hit by a minor quake. So the Bureau at first had said it was just a landslide to stop mass panic, and then they now came out with the information being a minor quake. I've said this before, that 2.9 would be a 3.9. They always say this to the public to stop mass panic. And these are from these corona holes, these injections. They're coming out from our sun. It's been agitated along with the brown dwarf star. So it's affecting everywhere. This happened on April 6, 2017, 11:26 a.m. Earthquake hits Georgia while storms rage Wednesday. Again, huge storms happening all over the place, isn't it? And, it's making people worry now, isn't it? Members of the public are looking up to the skies now, noticing that the weather's changing so much now. It says here as well, Georgia had an earthquake Wednesday night, while everyone was distracted by all the violent weather. According to the United States Geological Survey, the USGS records show that a magnitude 2.5 earthquake, very weak, struck around the Milvanville area of Middle Georgia at 9:38 p.m. An earthquake which that low of magnitude would probably not be felt by humans, the USGS says. The strongest earthquake in Georgia history was a magnitude 4.3 quake that struck Lincolnston, GA, in August 1974, according to the earthquaketrack.com. Now, they say this, don't they? But I've had a few emails as well. And when they say a 2.5, people still feel it. They do feel it, but they seem to try and dampen the story, don't they? If you read between the lines. They always do this. Here's also a short piece of footage of this weather guy in the United States of this earthquake in Georgia. You will see the report now and listen to what he says.
Tonight we've had a little earthquake south and east of Atlanta. It measures 2.4 on the Richter scale, is about 4 miles deep, and that just to the east of Eatonton in Putnam County. We'll continue to keep you informed on the half hour and, of course, warnings immediately.
Here's another earthquake, two earthquakes. A magnitude 2.5 earthquake struck an area about 100 miles southeast of downtown Atlanta late Wednesday. This is what the officials said. Just after 9:30 p.m., the Geological Survey detected the quake about 3.7 miles southwest of Sparta. It's all happening, isn't it? All these earthquakes, even though they're quite mild quakes, they're still coming through, aren't they? And they will get much more stronger as we've got that binary twin heading closer to our planet Earth. we could see those huge reflections as well. The weather patterns are just off the chart now, aren't they? 1 minute it's very cold and then it's very hot. It's all changing, everything's changing. Also, it says here, the earthquake occurred on the same day. Several rounds of severe weather caused power out. I mean, come on, it's all happening, isn't it? Flooding and other damages in Metro Atlanta and other parts of North Georgia. I mean, I'm looking at these and I'm so frustrated because the evidence is coming out now. These weather patterns are so much different than they were before. We've all been warned about this as well. We've had warning for years, but still people wish to sit on the fence. But all people watching and following the channel as well, I am so pleased that people are aware of this now. This is our huge problem. This is the evidence. It says 1,000 words, this image, doesn't it? That these huge flares are coming out of these huge dark holes of our sun. And we're having our Earth's core burn so hot now. Our land is shifting. These tremors, which are happening all the time. And as the days and the months go past, we're going to see more tremors and larger earthquakes. This hole that you see on the sun now, it's got so much bigger. NASA seem to just plaster it up, hiding the truth. They're good at this. Rubbing out and morphing out images of other objects that are close to it, using technology as well. Just don't want us, the public, to know, do they? But this is the big situation of what's causing these earthquakes and also harming the Earth itself, us humans. It's getting so erratic out there in the inner solar system with our sun now. Venus and Mercury are burning now, melting away, because these flares are just firing off at all different angles now. It's so important, as I said, to keep an eye on this situation, because every day we're being affected by it. So we must all remember that those in the power right now, the governments, they don't really care about us anymore. They just care about themselves, milking the system, taking our money from our pockets, and then running down underground. It's all an agenda. It's a big plan, and it's happening right now. Many other researchers have come out with the truth, made a lot of videos, documentaries, and we see what's going on now. This is another image of one of these cutting tools that drill through these and make these tunnels through these underground cities. I mean, look at the size of this thing to the people that are in front of it. And also that truther who lost his life, sadly, Phil Snyder, had a family with children. And he had seen and experienced and witnessed strange things going on down underground, that the government had made him work down there. And I mean, it's all a situation, isn't it? And they just don't want us to see this, do they? They're doing this all the time now, building these tunnels and using these high-speed rail trains to and from the different cities under there. So we're walking around on the land through the cities and minding our own business, when they're deep underground, travelling at high speeds. It's a different world down there now, spending trillions of our dollars in cash. This is Phil here with his wife and one of his children. I mean, a happily married man. The government did what they did to him, and he knew too much. He had so much information to give out to the public, and this is what he was doing. A great man, a great respectable man. It says here in a short report, Phil Snyder died on January 17, 1996, shortly after conducting several controversial lectures throughout the US, including Denver, where he covered topics such as space defense, black helicopters, railroad cars built with shackles, extraterrestrials, and the secret black budget. He was reportedly strangled by a catheter found wrapped around his neck, the bizarre death being dismissed by the authorities as suicide. Now, this catheter also was tied up so tight and right at the back of his neck and head, and he had that bad hand with them fingers. I mean, you've just got to put the jigsaw pieces together to know that things are just not right, are they? Also here, Phil Snyder was a self-taught geologist and explosive expert of the 1,477 underground bases around the world, 129 deep underground facilities of which were located in the United States. He claimed to have worked on 13. So this man's a truther, isn't he? Just wanted the words out there. And we, the public, deserve this. He knew that. So I urge you all to look up into his books and his documentaries. Very interesting. Because what he's saying is the truth. So respect to Phil. And let's just move on to small footage. I mean, here you can see these huge tunnels that they're building right now. And they're massive, and they go on for thousands of miles. Thousands of miles to different other underground cities. Now we've really got to think out the box again with this one, because it's all happening now. Now we must all remember that we're in April 2017, and it's just like a spring, isn't it? We've just got over the winter period. But over this weekend here in the Northern Hemisphere, we've got a freak 23 Celsius heat wave to boil Britain as blistering plumb to spark hottest weekend of 2017. Now this is like a red hot summer's day, right in the heat of the summer. This is what I said. 1 minute it's very cool and cold, icy, hailstones, and then we're getting this freak temperature that rises. I'm going to show you this footage of this weatherman, what he says about this situation.
So it's often at this time of year that the winter winds wind down, the spring sunshine strengthens, and all of a sudden we find ourselves scrambling for our shorts and t-shirt. Well, a heads up about this weekend. Warmer weather is on the way, high pressure in charge, strong sunshine, and temperatures in some places reaching 23 degrees.
So again, we all know what's happening in our skies now. We all know what they're doing and what they're hiding. And also the chemicals they're spraying with is harming us. So it needs to stop. It really does now need to stop. Again, let's just hope that we get knowledge and also reports from Mr. Donald Trump to get this all stopped. Because he knows. He knows why they're doing it. He just can't say anything right now. He's got to be strong and stop those powers to be from controlling our society by speaking out for us. And also, he knows it's destroying our planet. These objects are incoming now. You can't just push them away. You can't just scribble over them with chemtrails. Because they're coming, they're heading our way now. Also, this man as well. We need the truth from both parties, don't we? Trump and Putin.